Does the Arbitration Fair Act make sense? It certainly does. I'm in full support of the Arbitration Act being a law for several reasons. One is it will allow for millions of consumers and employees to regain their right of litigation if they so desire to do so. Whereas before, with mandatory arbitration, they had no choice but to accept what corporate America dictated. Here's the problem with forced arbitration. Forced arbitration is also known as mandatory arbitration. It prohibits workers from suing their employers. One such example is sexual harassment on the job. If an employee does bring a lawsuit against their employer for sexual harassment, they don't get a public hearing. Instead, the company will hire a private arbitrator to resolve the dispute. Arbitration policies are often tacked on to onboarding paperwork for many different kinds of jobs, such as white collar and blue collar jobs alike. Also in industries like tech to law, from media to finance. These policies are often put into place to benefit the employer only. Companies are more likely to win in arbitration than they are if the case is taken to a state or federal court. One study found that this is because proceedings often lack the rigor or impartiality of a typical court case. As past evidence has shown, arbitrators are typically not required to explain how they came to their final decision in a written document, and these decisions are often nearly impossible to appeal. That often leaves the most vulnerable workers at risk of being taken advantage of, and those workers may include low wage paying jobs, females, and quite often black employees as well. The Economic Policy Institute reported why banks prefer forced arbitration, and the reasons are simple. Money. They found that consumers only won 9% of disputes, while banks were favored 93% of their claims. And not only that, they won big. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau reported that less than 7% of consumers were not even aware that they signed a forced arbitration clause. In addition, these clauses included a class action waiver. Also, most employees that sign a mandatory arbitration don't know that they can't sue their employer. So you see, there are no benefits to forced arbitration for consumers or for employees. An article published by Fast Company in September this year reported that the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Forced Arbitration and Justice Repeal Act, otherwise known as the Fair Act. This act, which outlaws the practice of contractual demanding that employees and their consumers use private dispute resolution. The White House opposes the Fair Act. The Office of Management and Budget reported that the bill would increase litigation, it would increase costs, it's inefficient, and this is all done by exposing the vast majority of businesses to even more unnecessary litigation. It also said that if the Fair Act was presented in its current form to President Trump, his advisors would recommend a veto. So once again, I am in full support of the Arbitration Fair Act because it will benefit many consumers and employees by allowing them to have the ability to sue their employees and also corporate America when they're wrong. Thank you.